Welcome back to Fast Freddy RC, and today we're going to start the build process of the Tamiya Holiday Buggy. So, if we go to step 1, the one thing I am going to show you here is step 1 is charging the battery pack. I would strongly suggest that you leave this till the end. I don't see the point in charging the battery pack at this point. If you think about it, once you've charged it, it has its own natural drain, and depending on how quick you are for building this, I'm just not sure I'd want the battery fully charged before building. So I'm skipping that step. So we are going to move over to step 2, and I already started pulling together the pieces that we need. So these are the screw pins, and there's 2 sizes, the larger one and the smaller one, and then we have all of our suspension pieces and this main suspension stay, which is going to be in the center. Now, the one thing to make note of is that there are 2 kinds of plastic with Tamiya kits in most cases. You have the hard plastic, which this piece is made of, and then you have the soft plastic. And you'll notice when you're trying to get these pieces off the parts tree that you're going to feel the difference, because the plastic itself bends. Even the tree that it sits on will bend. So be careful of that, because when you're putting in the screws, you do not want to over tighten. Now, it may not matter so much on this step from what I can see here, but as a whole, if you're screwing into soft plastic, you need to be careful of that. Anyways, let's get to building this step. So I'll just set the camera up and we'll get to it. So if we take a look at step 2, you can see that D1 are the bigger pieces, and you're going to have to note direction. So you can see that the triangle piece is facing kind of forward, and this, you can see that we're going to need it that way, not that way, that way. And then this is going to be screwed in by one of those longer screw pins. And all you need to do, and in this case it's kind of easy just to let it sit on the ground and then slide it in all the way through. You can see that we just need to screw this in, because the pin's going to go through into the other side, and this side is what's holding it on. So let's do that. We're going to screw this in. And again, don't go too tight, but you can see that the pin itself has popped out on the other side, but that is nicely attached. So we can then work on this. Now you'll notice there's a little notch. It's a little triangle piece, and you can see that the little notch is there. Now it shows you the diagram saying that the little notch is facing front. Okay, great. But one thing to note, just if you're a newbie, understand that the front of this is this way. So even though they're showing you the front is that, when we actually go to build it, you need to turn it around, because it's going to attach here, because this is the front. So we're going to grab one of the smaller screw pins and take it, take it through. There we go. And we'll screw this in. And there we go. So there is one side of our front suspension, and it looking pretty good. So we're just going to do the other side and move on. So let's do it again. Put this one here, slide that through all the way, screw it in. There we go. And again, there is our little notch. It's got to be facing this way. So turn it around so we can get the pin through. And again, we'll screw it in. So there we are. There are the front arms So step 2 is complete. So now we're going to move on to step 3 and work on the front axles.